When Emily Blunt hilariously explained how her kids become semi-Americans, she was saying things like, Emily Blunt might keep her girls out of the spotlight, but she had something amusing to say about them. Power couples frequently capture the public's attention in the world of Hollywood, and few couples have managed to win our hearts as thoroughly as Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Since getting married in an amazing Italian ceremony in 2010, this charismatic couple has not only graced the silver screen with their talents but has also raised a devoted family outside of the glare of Hollywood. Their lovely dedication to privacy, and their two daughters, Hazel and Violet, offer as a welcome example of how fame may coexist peacefully with a solid, satisfying family life. Emily Blunt and her husband John Krasinski got the chance to talk openly about their personal lives, kids, and amusing encounters on The Graham Norton Show. Blunt said, "I mean semi-American children," when Norton inquired about her American offspring. "They actually develop fairly well. My oldest daughter started speaking with a distinctly British accent during the year I spent here filming Mary Poppins and is now back to saying bath and water." John Krasinski recounts a humorous incident. Krasinski had a completely hilarious response to share when Norton asked whether they should apologize to him for not being welcoming throughout the interview. He continued by telling a tale about his run-in with Customs. "Most people are so friendly, and Customs even aren't that strict," he remarked. "I went up when she was filming because I had a shoot in Montreal, and I had to go back to see my wife and kids. Everything was okay with Customs until 1 week when bad luck struck." "You an actor," said a guy who appeared to be around my age but was a little irritated. And when he said, "What do I know you from?" I replied, "We did the American version of your British Office," not knowing if he would know. "I adore that program." The UK burst. "I understand it," Krasinski added. Before asking, "Who are you visiting?" he responded, "She an actress, wife." When the customs officer asked if I knew who she was, I replied, "Yeah, I don't know," to which I replied, "Emily Blunt." The Jack Ryan starring film continued by mimicking the customs agent's response to hearing Blunt's name and stating, as he was writing something, he said, "You?" with his eyes wide open. He continued by saying, "He furiously stamped my passport." The Oppenheimer star admitted, "I said, 'John, did you enjoy the whole ceremony?' Apparently, John said, 'I did.' In that courtroom, however, I was doing my best to refrain from saying, 'All right, all right, all right,' as I stood next to McConaughey." This is the Interstellar actor's most famous quote, which was taken from his 1993 smash hit Dazed and Confused. Emily Blunt confessed that she had to reject the monarchy of England. The renunciation of the British monarchy was one of the requirements Blunt disclosed she had to fulfill in order to become an American citizen. "Things like giving up my queen," she said. "It was horrible to do that," the Devil Wears Prada actress said. The 40-year-old jokingly remarked, "Queen Elizabeth was like PSD." She clarified that any other sovereign nation or authority outside of the United States is what the authorities want people to abandon, not any individual person or group. Blunt responded, "I do get to keep both my British citizenship and this, but you have to renounce her," she continued, "but I don't actually technically renounce her." The British woman claimed that the court had instructed her to just say it, "You don't have to mean it," as she frequently goes over the pond and, according to numerous stories, is raising her children to be both American and British. Emily appears to have it made. The 40-year-old jokingly remarked, "Queen Elizabeth was like PSD." She clarified that any other sovereign nation or authority outside of the United States is what the authorities want people to abandon, not any individual person or group. Blunt responded, "I do get to keep both my British citizenship and this, but you have to renounce her," she continued, "but I don't actually technically renounce her." The British woman claimed that the court had instructed her to just say it, "You don't have to mean it."